What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today, I was having a nice day. I was getting along with my work. I stopped over lunch to play House of the Dead 2 on the Dreamcast, having a good run. My kids are home because there's a snow day. None of this matters, maybe my kids a little bit, because Lorcana have gone and revealed the lineup of products which are going to be available at launch, and a bunch of other really important information. This is very, very big. Now, I need to give a gigantic shout out before we start to the lovely folks over at IGN.com. First of all, legitimately the best video game podcast around, including the only video game podcast. And secondly, because they are the people who have revealed these images of Lorcana, I will link their article in the description. Go give it a click, show those dudes some love. I like IGN. IGN are cool. But what we have here, we don't have much in terms of cards. We don't still have any knowledge of how the game is going to play. That is rather upsetting. Although I'm hoping I can find somebody whose brains I can pick at the London Toy Fair in a couple of weeks. But today, ladies and gentlemen, we are focused on the product lineup. And if you were worried that Ravensburger and Disney were going to go small and not put that much effort in, don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. We are good. Now, first of all, we got booster packs. Booster packs are what you would expect, and it seems like there are 3 versions of them, one featuring Mickey, one featuring Elsa, and one featuring Maleficent. Never remember that person's name for some reason, and that's kind of cool. Going along with them, you will notice we have the sleeved boosters. And these, I'm assuming, at least, these seem to be the ones that come in cardboard little sleeves, and you'll have seen these in supermarkets and big box stores all over. You've got the regular booster packs. They come in booster boxes that nerds like me and you will be buying. And then you've got the sleeve boosters, which you will buy individually in shops, hanging off of little hooks and lovely things of that nature. Now, in terms of the booster packs, we have been told that there are going to be 12 card packs, and each card will feature 1 foil and 2 rare or super rare or legendary cards. Usually what this means is you get 2 rares, but 1 might be swapped out for a super rare or legendary if you're lucky. Those are essentially the rarities we're working with here. I don't believe you're going to be getting 2 legendary cards in a pack. That is not the way trading card games generally tend to work. It is overwhelmingly likely we're talking 12 cards, 1 foil, and then 2 rare, 1 of which may be swapped out as a super rare or legendary. Now, there are questions that do need to be asked here. For instance, you get a foil and then the 2 rare? That's what it says in IGN. And that seems weird to me. This is probably something along the lines of a reverse holo, or, like we have in Pokemon, or just 1 random common or uncommon card as a holo, and then 2 rares. That's usually the way it works. We can't say for certain. And here's a picture of the booster box. Again, it's a booster box. To be fair, we can't even see how many packs are in the booster box. I'm assuming 24 or 36, that's what's normal. It doesn't actually say. But we do also have starter decks. There are going to be 3 starter decks available at launch. 1 featuring Simba and Princess Aurora. And I know Princess Aurora because my daughter loves her. This is going to be a card game I'm going to be able to play with them, and they're going to absolutely love it. And you'll notice that features the inks Sapphire and Steel. 1 featuring Cruella and apparently Aladdin. It does not look like Aladdin to me, but I don't know, maybe I need to watch more Disney films. And that's going to feature the inks Emerald and Ruby. And 1 featuring Moana and... is that Sorcerer Mickey? Is that what we're calling it? I'm calling it Sorcerer Mickey. Oh no, apparently it's just Mickey. I'm calling it Sorcerer Mickey. And that's featuring the inks Amber and Amethyst. And you will notice here, like I've told you in previous videos, there are 6 inks that are available. Turns out you can mix 2 inks per deck. And that is absolutely what we're seeing here. With your starter decks, you're basically having 2 inks mashed together, and that's how we get 6 inks, 3 starter decks on release. This makes absolutely perfect sense. It is worth noting that each starter deck will have a booster, and you can see from the wording on the front of the packs there, they include ready-to-play decks, including 2 foils. And look, you've got 2 characters featured prominently on the front of each of those boxes, and they have 2 foils. I don't think it's going to take an awful lot of deduction to figure out what cards the foils are. Now, they're your standard products. That's what we would expect. Booster packs and booster boxes, starter decks, yeah, fine. Standard TCG fare. Does Lorcana have anything to bring to the table which is a little bit different? And the answer is yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, they do. We know the release date. We'll get there in a minute, I should say. We've got the ILLUMINEER'S Trove. Now, this features 8 booster packs, 2 deck boxes, a player's guide, and a themed storage box. Now, for me, this is really going to come down to price. I don't believe we have prices on any of these products yet, which is a little bit sad, but this is fairly standard. This is, we're going through the pre-release reveal, so to speak, of the set. So, at this stage, it's, hey, let's get hyped for the game, and then we'll get to prices and minutiae like that a little bit later down the line. But essentially, it's 8 booster packs. And then, what are the deck boxes going to be like? Are they sturdy plastic deck boxes, in which case, yes? Or are they foldable cardboard deck boxes, in which case, oh my goodness, no? Will they fit a sleeve deck or not? And that might seem like a silly question, but I've seen plenty of card games that have given you foldable paper deck boxes that won't fit a sleeved deck, and I don't want them. So, it depends on what the deck boxes are like. I do like the idea of the player's guide, but what's it actually going to be like? Is it going to be super simple, or is it going to have a gallery of every card which is available in the first set? The answer is we don't actually know. Oh, the first set's called the first chapter. You've seen it on all the products, I've told you before, but let me say it out loud. The first set is called the first chapter. And I want this to keep going. I want the 47th set to literally just be called the 47th chapter. Incidentally, that's not going to happen. If you look at Final Fantasy TCG, for instance, they started with Opus 1, Opus 2, Opus 3, then they started giving subtitles, now they've just dropped the Opus altogether, and they just use subtitles, because new players will not buy a set called the 52nd chapter. It's just not going to happen. So, first chapter sounds good. They will drop and go to traditional set names over time, because they're going to realise that newer players are put off by set names which have numbers that are too big because it feels like they've missed the boat. I can almost guarantee that's going to happen because really looks like Ravensburger know what they're doing here. So this one, I'm a bit cautious about this one. I'll probably end up buying one because I'm going to be in full excitement mode for this game, but I am a little hesitant. What I am not hesitant about is the first chapter gift set, because we've got Hades and Mulan, and basically what you get is 4 booster packs, 2 tracker tokens, don't know what they are, 2 playable foil cards, and 2 oversized foil cards. It says and more, but yeah, the IGN didn't list anything else, so I don't know what that more is. Sorry about that. And I'm willing to bet here that the oversized cards are, wait for it, Hades and Mulan. Like, that just seems too gosh darned obvious. But again, that seems pretty standard. This I'm all down with, because it's probably going to cost a little bit more than 4 booster packs, but I get 2 foil cards. I'm hoping they're promos. I'm hoping they're exclusive. It doesn't say 2 exclusive foil cards, so I'm hoping that they're either in the set but only foil in here, or they're just exclusive, because the deal is really simple. If I have to buy this set to get the Mulan and Hades cards, I will buy this set to get the Mulan and Hades cards. If I don't have to, I'm not going to. So, make them exclusive. Take my money. I want you to take my money. So the gift set, honestly, that's the one I'm starting to get a little bit excited for. It's going to be booster boxes and all of that mostly. But if every expansion could come with a gift set that I have to buy to get a couple of extra holos, I would be down with that, ladies and gentlemen. I would be down with that. So what have we got in terms of release dates here? Well, it's a little bit staggered. So the initial release is happening on August the 18th, only in the United States and only in local game stores. And can I just say for a moment, Ravensburger are awesome for doing this. Not US only, because I'm not in the US. I want to buy it on the 18th of August. I don't want to wait till September. I'm going to have to wait. Never mind. But focusing on local game stores for the release is wonderful. Lorcana is the kind of game that in the hands of another company could have been basically shoved into supermarkets and big box stores so they could sell a bunch of the first couple sets and then the game just fizzles and dies out. That could be the way it goes. But by focusing the release initially on local game stores, there is one reason to do that, And that is to try and actually build a player base and a community around local game stores, which means people are actually going to start playing the game. And it is little things like this that make me think Ravensburger really know what they're doing here. And I am loving it, ladies and gentlemen. I am absolutely loving it. Because it shows that they care about making the game a success. It shows that they want players and a real community. They're not just launching a Disney TCG to make a bit of money and go on to the next project. They see, and we've seen this in a bunch. We've got new artwork, it looks like at least. This is all new artwork. We've got lovely hand-drawn artwork. It is just phenomenal. But focusing the initial release on local game stores is Ravensburger's way of saying, look, we care about local communities and building this game in the right way. And I'm just delighted to have a company like that running the game. They are so cool for doing this, and I love them. Now, the mass retail launch is going to be on September the 1st. I'm down with that. That's fine by me. But attendees at Gen Con will be able to purchase select products from the first chapter. Now, I don't actually know what that means. Nobody knows what that means. They're being a bit cagey. If anyone's interested, Gen Con is happening from the 3rd to the 6th of August this year. So you're talking about 2 weeks before the actual release of the set in local game stores, and pretty much a month before the release of the set proper. But again, I'm kind of all right with this. And don't get me wrong, I would love to be able to go to Gen Con and pick this stuff up. And the chances are I'm almost certainly not going to be able to, because the Pokemon World Championships is in Yokohama this year, and I think it's fair to say that I'm excited about Disney Lorcana and I want to go to Gen Con, but I think going to Gen Con early August and then going to Yokohama from the UK might be a little bit too much. So chance of me going to Gen Con, almost zero. But I don't care, because it's actually not about me. I know that sounds weird saying it out loud, but it's not about me. It is about building this game in the right way and doing everything they can to try and make this game a success. And I've been around a while, both as a business teacher and a TCG analyst. Can I say that? Whatever my title correctly is, I've seen enough card games come and go. And I've seen what it takes to be successful, and everything that they're doing here is just screaming, we are taking this seriously. We are not just making a Disney-themed TCG to make some money. We are trying to build a long-term sustainable TCG, and I could not be happier about this. I am loving it, ladies and gentlemen. We know that they are going to do a robust, organized play program. We have no extra information about that. We don't know what tournament's going to look like. We don't really know anything. So I'm not going to go into that today because we've talked about that. We've done that video. Today, it's all about the product lineup. And we've got booster boxes, but we've also got sleeved boosters. And seriously, from a business standpoint, having both of them so that you can put them in different parts of the shops and put them in different kinds of shops and expand the audience. I know for most people, they look and go, oh, sleeved and regular boosters, fine. Trust me, business-wise, that's a big deal. That is a huge thing. Then you've got your starter decks we're expecting, but having 3 in the first set is pretty cool. And then you've actually got a starter deck for each ink, which I really like. And then you've got these other sets, which may or may not be essential. I don't know. I've told you my opinions of them. But it just sounds like everything they're doing is wonderful, and I love it. And I'm excited, ladies and gentlemen. I am very, very excited. But I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what you think about all of this. I want to know how excited you are. I want to know anything you want to tell me. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about a bunch of card games, including Disney Lorcana. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, all kinds of fun things. But by far, the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? It's pretty gosh darn important. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching an even more excited than usual, and that's saying a lot, Wasi Plays.